Hey everybody, this is drumjitsu with a quick review of the Byrd Raven, and I want to do a comparison of some of the other knives. I've been EDCing this blade for about 2 months now, and this is the plain edge with the G10 handles, and I basically want to share with you my thoughts on this particular blade and kind of give a critique, more or less. I don't really want to get into specs. I want to basically tell you what I have experienced personally by carrying this blade, and I want to compare it to some other blades in its particular price range. Everyone knows the Tenacious. This is the Meadowlark with the plain edge G10 handles, and this is the Robin, which has a plain edge and G10 handles as well. The Robin and the Meadowlark are both from the Byrd line, and they are exactly in the same price range as this knife right here. It can be purchased on Amazon.com right now for $21.33 free shipping, which is a pretty outstanding price. The Tenacious, one of the cheapest prices that I've found, is yourcornerstore.com. At $36. You can hold this knife in your hand for about $36. That's they list it for $29.09, I believe. Plus you're going to pay $6 or $7 shipping, so that's somewhere in the $36 price range. You can hold this knife for $36. So it's $15 more than the price of the Raven. But let's discuss what you get for that extra $15. I want to compare it against the Raven, which is not exactly fair, and there are other blade choices in this exact price range, in the $21 to $25 price range, and that includes shipping as well, that I would believe to be a better choice. The blade is 8CR13 MOV, which is standard in the Byrd line, and this is the G10 model. It's got G10 scales. Good blade, holds edge fairly well. I don't have any problems with the hull either. It's got an adequate pocket clip. I've got no problems with the pocket clip. It's not reversible, so this is actually tip up. Right side is the only way you can carry this knife. The ergonomics, it feels great in the hand. You know, Spyderco is renowned for that. These Byrd knives are pretty cool. They feel good in the hand. It's a pleasure to hold when I draw it from the pocket. It feels good. You know, I can get in this position reasonably easy. Deployment on this knife is, that was terrible. It's actually pretty fast, but I do want to say this torque screw right here is going to loosen on you. The construction of this knife is not very good compared to other knives in this exact price range, and that's really what I want to get into. You are going to have to put some Loctite here, and the blade was dull right out of the box, not very sharp at all. I definitely had to touch this blade up. It's pretty good right now. It's good to go. It's got a good edge on it, but this screw is definitely you're going to have to put some Loctite on it. It will loosen on you. Another thing I want to get into are the overall looks of this knife. You know, you probably can't see too well, but the G10 is, you know, it looks cheap compared to the Tenacious and compared to other Byrd knives. Even as far as Byrd knives go, I don't think this G10 is up to par. I can catch my thumbnail right there on the edge. It's not really lined up with the edge of the knife here with the liner, and it looks cheap, and the way that it was milled out, it looks like it was done by hand and not a very good job at that. It looks like it was done with a Dremel tool. This edging right here, it's kind of choppy, and it looks homemade, to tell you the truth. Now compared to the Tenacious, looks excellent. It also has thicker liners, better jimping. The jimping on the spine is significantly better, although this jimping is somewhat adequate and not a problem because you got the finger choil there. So like I said, it's good to hold in the hand. Another thing is there was no lanyard hole, there's not a liner. See, you can see up in there, kind of. There's an insert that connects the lanyard hole, and it's not present here. There is no insert through the lanyard hole, which would also add strength to the liners and to the rear of the knife. And these liners are, you know, significantly thinner. The liner lock is much thinner. You can see a comparison there. And one other thing, I had to take this knife apart when I got it because the deployment was terrible. It was gritty and it was full of G10 dust. It looked like shavings from G10 from where they had filed this down. Just not a good quality knife. There was a little bit of I don't want to say rust, just corrosion underneath the liners. The scales had corroded. So once I took it apart and cleaned it, it works a whole lot better. And I don't mind doing that because I'm a knife enthusiast. But I mean, I would not give this knife as a gift. I would not give it to someone who's maybe not as serious about knives as I am, because they wouldn't know how to take it apart. And then nobody wants to buy something new and then have to take it apart and clean it and maintain it. So even compared to other knives in its price range, it's substandard. This is a Meadowlark right here. It's got a smaller blade and a different blade shape, but just the G10 is way better. It's way smoother. The liners are better. It's just a better all-around knife. It is a lockback, so I mean, it's a different design, but I'm concerned mainly about price. And in this price range, I consider this to be a substandard knife. I didn't like it when I first got it. I like it better since I've taken it apart. And I don't know if I mentioned or not, the bushings inside are plastic. The little washers that separate the blade from the liner are made out of plastic, which is, you know, I don't think that's cool at all on any knife. Is that about everything? A better choice in this exact price range would probably be the Flight. It's got the blade is roughly the same size, 3.4 inches. This is 3.5 inches, 3.5 inches. So the Byrd Flight would be definitely a better choice. The Caracara would be a better choice, but it's kind of difficult to find. Definitely not the same quality. I was totally disappointed in this knife when I first got it. And I like it now better that I've taken it apart and cleaned it and tweaked it and worked on it. But I mean, you shouldn't have to do that on any knife, especially a Spyderco Byrd knife. These other knives, definitely the fit and finish is significantly better. So I'm significantly more pleased with these two knives right here than I was with this one. Would I recommend this to someone? Probably not. I wouldn't suggest that someone go out and buy this knife. There are other knives in the price range that they look better and would function better and are made significantly better. Even Byrd knives. Definitely the Tenacious is $15 more. I would most assuredly go with this one. It blows this knife away. No comparison at all. But like I said, even in the same price range, you can find another Byrd model, the Caracara or the Flight. So the bottom line is, shy away from this knife. There, you know, there are definitely other knives you can get that would serve you better. So I hope this has been informative, and I appreciate your time. Out.